Hey, what's going on, guys? Obviously, I'm Coco, and today I'm coming to you with a completely unscripted video. Why is it unscripted? Because I just found out about this and I was so outraged that I had to make a video right now. So you're gonna see this before anything else I've got in the can or that needs to be edited. What am I talking about today? I am talking about the Bird Box Challenge. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bird Box is essentially a movie about this thing, and it's sort of ambiguous what it is, but if you see it, you die, or you want to die, or something to that effect. So these characters try to find a sanctuary, and they do so by blindfolding themselves so they don't see what this thing that's after them is. Now, for those of you who don't already know, I was in this movie. It was only an extra background role, and I'll talk about that later. But I wanted to talk about why this challenge is very demeaning and completely disrespectful to not just blind people, but people with all disabilities. So the Bird Box Challenge, as I'm sure you would imagine if you know even what I just described about the movie, or if you've seen the movie, I haven't. But basically, the Bird Box Challenge is people who are trying to do tasks in their daily lives blindfolded. That doesn't sound like such a bad thing, right? You know, coming from a blind person and a former disability advocate, it's a really good thing, you know, to learn what it's like to live without a certain sense or a different way of life. It helps you build a sense of empathy. However, there's a line between building a sense of empathy and being stupid for popularity on the internet. People are doing things like driving. There was actually, I heard about a report, I don't remember what this girl's name was, but she got into a car crash because she tried to drive with her eyes covered. Now, that's incredibly stupid because I can drive. I know other blind people who can drive. And how do we do that? We have a navigator in the passenger seat that tells us what to do and when to do it. How do you think rallycross drivers do this? There's dirt and rocks flying all over the windshield. Sometimes they can't actually see. They go off of what they feel and what they know the course is like and what the navigator is telling them to do. You can't just hop in a car and cover up your eyes and expect to be just fine. This is something that takes practice, takes training in a safe, closed environment, either in the middle of nowhere or in an abandoned area, an empty parking lot, or on a racetrack. You don't just do these things on public roads. I could drive on public roads with the right instruction from someone, but I'm not going to. You know why? Because that's endangering my life and the lives of people around me. And now there are also people, I get it, you know, walking outside, making their commute to school or to whatever with a blindfold on. Okay, that's cool. You're gaining a sense of perspective. But you know how I'm able to make it around places and be able to travel places on my own? With two things. One of these guys. You see this? The noggin. The little brain meats inside of this noggin. And one of these guys. This is a cane. Most people will call a white cane, even though mine is pink, but pink is my favorite color. The white cane is a symbol, not just a tool. It shows people around you that this person is blind. People may not pay attention to that, but it will also help you. You put this out in front of you, and you can feel where things are. To put it simply, this will hit things before you do, and it's very helpful. And when people aren't going to be condescending to you or disrespectful to you, it also helps people around you to know, hey, you know, get out of the way. Don't stand right here. Don't change your way of behavior. You know, don't obviously be condescending about it. Don't be stupid about it. But also, don't be a dunce. Don't be thick. This is... I can't. I mean, some people I know that are blind do not use canes at all. And that's their own thing. I personally like my cane. But the idea is that we've trained, we practice, we have the skills that allow us to do these things. And so now YouTube is going out and banning these Bird Box challenges and any challenges that pose a threat of serious injury or death. That's fine. However, the message that people are taking away from these Bird Box challenges is these are the kind of things, these stunts should not be attempted by anyone ever. And now what does that mean? That basically means what? So you're basically going to say, okay, forget gaining a sense of empathy, forget learning how someone else lives. No, it's dangerous, so you shouldn't do that. You think any of us want to be blind? I mean, I know that I don't, but there are people who will throw on some dark glasses, get themselves a cane, maybe not even a proper cane, and just swing it back and forth and pretend like they're doing something to learn, and that just doesn't make sense to me. There are people who will plop themselves down in a wheelchair and wheel themselves around and pretend like they're trying to learn something. But that's not exactly the case. I have seen people in skate parks. I have handed skaters at my local skate parks blindfolds because they wanted to see how I learn parks and if they know the park as well as they think they do. It's to learn. It's to gain a level of perspective. It's not to be popular. It's not to be funny. It's to see what someone else is doing and to see if you can do it. There are people that I know who have tried driving cars that only have hand controls to see how people who do not have the use of their legs do that. Again, it's to learn. It's to gain perspective. Look at Rob Parsons. I've seen people try to drive his car. It's not a joke. It's for learning. So to take that message away and say that you should not be trying these things because they're dangerous, well, living life with a disability is dangerous. So it's almost like people are trying to tell me that I shouldn't ride a skateboard, that I shouldn't drive a car, that I shouldn't race go-karts, that I should just stay at home and let everyone do things for me because the things I do are dangerous and pose a risk of injury. What's next? Are they gonna come down on my videos because I'm house phone? Cool. Are they going to come down on my, can somebody get that please? Okay, perfect. Are they gonna come down on my videos because I ride a skateboard and oh, that's dangerous? No, that really does not make sense because I wanted to. So I figured out how to do it. I figured my way out and I adapted and I make this work. So yes, you should most definitely pay attention to these people. Do not do what these people are doing. If you're going to put yourself in the shoes of someone with a disability, mind you, a disability that most of us do not want or cannot control, then you should be doing it for a sense of perspective, a way to learn how the people around you are. I know I'm talking myself in circles, but I'm completely outraged by all this. Why is it that this is a thing that people are doing? It's making a mockery of this disability. This isn't funny. Being blind isn't funny. Exploring things without sight is not funny. I do this because I have to, and because I want to. I want to keep skating. I don't want to stop, so I have to learn how. I want to go places on my own. I don't want to rely on everyone to take me everywhere, so I have to learn how. These are all tasks that you can learn. If you want to throw on a blindfold and try to make your breakfast, do it. That sounds cool. But why would you go out and drive in traffic without knowing a proper procedure to say, hey, you know, that could have maybe taken 30 minutes, an hour of conversation, of prep work, saying, hey, if I was going to drive without seeing, who wants to help me? Who wants to call things out? Okay, let's go to an empty parking lot. Let's test this. Let's figure this out. This isn't just on a whim, oh, look at me, this'll be funny. So, I just don't know. I mean, I've seen people that I used to skate with back in middle school. One of my friends was in a wheelchair, and he bombed a hill right alongside us on our skateboards on his wheelchair. That's dangerous. That poses a risk of injury. Are you going to come down on him too? He did it because it looked like fun. You know, and that in general is what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to live happy lives, just like anyone else. If we see something that looks like fun, we're going to try it. Will it be dangerous? Yes. Is it possibly scary? Yes. Are you prepared to accept all responsibility by doing it and basically opening yourself up to the possibility of it being kind of fun? Yes. Are we doing this for popularity? No. Are we doing it for recognition? No. Are we doing it so that people can look at us and treat us like we're something or that we matter? No. You see all the guys doing these challenges. You know what they could do? They could probably pick up a skill of their own and show how unique they are in this society, as opposed to trying to pretend that making fun of a disability is funny. Now, I've ranted on long enough. That's just my 2 cents on what the Bird Box Challenge is and why I think it's completely disrespectful and demeaning to people with disabilities. If you like this kind of thing, very frank, discussion-esque rants, I don't try to rant about everything I talk about, then please, leave it in a comment down below. I know I talk about commenting, and for fairness, I haven't read comments in a while because I've been very busy filming and trying to organize my career and working out a huge video that I'm going to talk more about later that I haven't been very active on here. But that's about to change. I'm getting a working computer soon, and that can definitely help me be more active here on YouTube. But please, leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about this kind of video. Tell me what you thought you took away from this video. Tell me what you want to see. If you want to hear me talk about things, if you want me to start vlogging more, if you want me to do more music, tell me in the comments down below. Please share me around and be civil about it, please. You know, we're not here to break each other down, we're here to build each other up. So keep the comment section friendly. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Blind Thrasher, and my Twitter is Coco Foskey. I will leave both of those in the description. And until the next time, stay classy. Why would I say stay classy? I'm not Ron Burgundy. Either way, stay cool, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Wrong button.